Hi, my name is Nicole, and I'm going to give my persuasive speech today on pit bulls and why they're not aggressive like they're portrayed to be. So a little bit of background on why pit bulls initially got this aggressive reputation. So back in the 1800s, when baiting large animals was outlawed, people had turned to using their own dogs to fight against each other. So large, slow bull baiting dogs were bred with smaller, quicker dogs to produce a stronger and more athletic dog for fighting other dogs. Some pit bulls were selected and bred because of their fighting ability, but this doesn't mean that they were more likely than other dogs. They were just the ones that were selected to breed because of those certain qualities that they had. Some pit bulls were also bred for work and companionship, and pit bulls are noted for their gentleness, affection, and loyalty, as well as their fighting abilities. A dog's genetics may predispose it to perform certain behaviors, but extreme behavioral variation exists among individuals of the same breed or breed type. Many breeds are bred for entirely different reasons than they used to be in the past. For example, golden retrievers are now being bred as service dogs, even though many, many years ago that was not their original intention. So you can see here that reasons for certain things change over time. So behavior develops through complex interactions between environment and genetics. This is important to note because it's important to look at a dog individually and not the breed as a whole. There are many factors that can influence the development of behavior, a few of these being early nutrition of the puppy, the stress levels that are experienced by the mother during pregnancy, and the housing conditions that the dog is raised in. There are many ways to prevent aggressive tendencies in the dogs. Some of these are early positive experiences with socialization with other dogs. Puppies that learn how to play, interact, and communicate with both people and members of their own species are less likely to show aggressive behaviors as adults. The reality is that many dogs can be trained to develop aggressive traits, but that's in the same way that many breeds can be trained, or many dogs, I should say, can be trained to develop not aggressive traits. And it's important to educate the owners of pit bull dogs, as they play a huge role in training and raising their dog to not be aggressive. Some good ways to enforce positive reputations about pit bulls is to not ban certain breeds of dogs. So by banning a certain breed of dog, it does not help achieve the view that the breed as a whole isn't aggressive, because by putting this label on it that all pit bulls are bad, if you see one, and it could be the sweetest dog in the whole world, but if you have this understanding that all pit bulls are mean and aggressive and violent, you're not going to be able to look past that. So a good way to help with this is maybe to, reinforce leash laws that could just prevent your dog from, running loose off your property. And then this applies to all dogs. And it could help not view, pit bulls as a whole as aggressive, but you can start to look at the individual dog, because you're not going to see a pit bull and be like, oh, that dog is outlawed, they're all bad. So treating dogs as individuals, including pit bulls, and providing them with care, supervision, and training, and judging dogs by their actions and not their DNA or physical appearance is the best way to ensure that dogs are not wrongfully judged and mistreated. So I hope that this speech helped kind of show you that pit bulls are not aggressive by nature, just like any other dog. The way that they are raised and trained and the environment that they grow up in helps determine what kind of dog that they're going to be when they're older. So I hope if you do have a negative perception of pit bulls, that after listening to this, you can kind of understand that it's not pit bulls as a whole that are aggressive. It's just the individual specific dog. Thank you.